locations will be considered. While we are reviewing your answers, you may go do some bullshit down there. Go. You can go off the stage. And then the other 4 are called up. The 4 that were up there before. Your team 1, their team 2. So they all come up onto the stage.
Losers.
Down below. Your team. Shit. I'm trying to think of a thing that isn't ranked. Your team blue and their team green. One's not better than the other.
I think as he's walking, Steven will kind of say to Valen, "Hey, good answers down there. Well said, well spoken."
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Steven, pleasure.
Steven, Valen. So you had to eat people, huh? That seems like a pretty rough time.
You do what you got to do in the moment,
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I've never been on a adventure like that. Hopefully, I'm never on an adventure like that.
It's like to show up to the Applebee's at 3 o'clock and they don't open till 4:45. Sometimes you just gotta eat it, man.
Sometimes, Yeah, exactly.
I get you.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Gus is there too.
Hey, Gus, you said you don't expect yourself to live for 5 years? In 5 years?
I just don't expect myself to live 5 more years. I've been alive a long time.
Well, trust me, I'm 8 years old now, and guess what? It goes by quick, okay?
Oh, man, don't I know it? You blink and they're all grown up, and then it's just like, where did the time go?
I mean, you got a lot of time left, but
I don't know if
you got a lot, but
years. That's so long.
Well, don't sell yourself short there.
I mean,
you'll see Valen's face. Like Valen's like genuinely confused about how you're talking about time. He's like, what?
Talking about years like you talk about hours.
I didn't think about like my day will be just spying on the other teams while you guys are doing this. Like,
oh, nice.
But yeah, like, dude, your guy's like, what? I'm sorry.
Well, your guy's like 5 years. 5 years is such a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
I don't even know what years are.
I mean, he does, but he's been alive for 80 of them, and he's not even old enough to adventure yet, really. By standard practices.
Oh, exactly.
Does he say that?
So that is you and Gus are like very similar in that sense.
Yeah, I mean that's why he has no problem talking to him.
Yeah, we're best friends. He's my best friend Valen, and I'm his best friend Gus. And soon, I don't know any of his letters, but because none of them are the same as Gus. But soon I'm gonna know his name too, and then I can make little bracelets that say Valen and Gus, best friends.
Ooh. Beautiful.
Did you guys see the stands outside though? There's some great buttered rolls out there. Like I highly recommend it.
Bread's not good for.
Oh yeah, that was good.
The sugar in the bread makes our wings grow out all weird, and it makes us not be able to fly. Lydia,
that sucks.
Much about birds. Yeah, it really sucks, but I eat it sometimes.
That is pretty wild.
I'm bad.
Is that real?
Yeah. Feeding bread to
death. I'm about to play a D&D campaign where I get to learn nature facts while we play.
We haven't even gotten into the campaign. This is what I.
Yeah, right. Like that's gonna be up my alley.
You get to learn nature facts while playing like that. It's a double-edged thing. Not only get to have fun, but you get to learn too.
I know, man.
It's almost
like the magic school bus.
Right where were you at when I was a kid?
It's almost like
you're
what I built my career about. Secretly teaching people about nature. So
secretly, not so secretly, teaching people about nature.
Teaching about nature. It's like, haha, surprise! They're ornithropic.
When they're 5, you don't have to be discreet. And also, did you wonder why I was so good at playing a freaking 2-year-old? They're the only people I interact with. So Chad, while you're ignoring everybody else, do a perception check on. Perception or investigation? I suppose it would be perception, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, he's more looking for stuff than trying to figure anything out.
I mean, okay, are you like snooping around, or are you just like watching the other team and seeing how they answer questions?
Yeah. He's more watching. Yeah, he's more just watching and like, yeah, just kind of.
Okay. So
he's standing slightly off to the side with his hood kind of up.
Yeah,
but not enough
about it
to keep him from being able to watch.
Yeah.
But he's like.
So you're not looking for trap doors. You're listening to the radio.
Yeah.
So that to me would be a perception check. Perfect. Wonderful.
That's a 7.
You perceive the inside.
It's a +5. +5. He's just like, oh man. You know what? This is a very soft hood. It's a soft hood. Listen to that.
I hope you didn't say perception is your greatest strength.
It is. Well, no, it's a second greatest strength.
Great.
But it's a pretty good one.
I wrote down good at stealth
Third.
and abs, but then you changed the abs thing, so I'll scribble out abs.
It is still abs. Don't think he's not good at abs, but he is. The dice are saying no. The dice are saying he's not so good at abs. But yeah, that's rough. That's a rough one.
That's pretty rough. You guys are not perceiving stuff.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, watch. Oh my God, look at these nerds. I don't care what they have to say.
All right. So you guys talk, and if you guys want to talk some more, you can. It took 10 minutes for us to do yours, so you can take as long as you want to do this little side quest. Or we can go back up to the stage, and we can be done talking if you guys are done asking each other questions. You didn't.
Well, I do want to ask Valen, like, so you done much sailing, or, you know, I was talking to old Kellogg over there, and he said he hasn't really done much, but
yeah.
Like
my friends taught me how to sail. It's
Oh, nice.
I was actually part of the crew on the boat that came over here, so I didn't have to pay because I helped man the crew. So I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm the best, but I know my way around a ship.
Hey, well, I can appreciate that. You know, you kind of learn on the job. That's the key, I think.
That on the job training, that's where it's at.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I like
when you look at Valen, like all of his stuff is clearly like brand new. He's trying really hard to look more of an adventurer.
Hello, Bean.
Nice.
Hello, Bean shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Perfect.
Very contrast of like.
Of your guys that are weathered and seen all kinds of terrible shit.
Yeah, I'm weathered as fuck. I've been through some shit.
Yeah, you said you were in the Underdark? Man, that's wild.
Yeah, we all been in the Underdark. There's some great
Well, I haven't.
He turns around real quick, like, even though he's watching, supposedly, obviously he's not. He's just been waiting for his opportunity to turn back. The Underdark? Like fucking the guy from Jaws, where he like rolls his nails down the fucking chalkboard. Like, you think you know about the Underdark? You don't think about a drow's eyes?
He turns to you
like a doll's eyes.
He turns to you.
Don't even seem to be living once they take a look at you.
He turns
all
to
blood red.
Kellogg, and he thaumaturgies that shit again, and he gives you an intense look, and he goes, "You think you know about the Underdark?"
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he's like,
I go silent.
Yeah, he also goes silent. He's like, creepy owl people in the Underdark? No, I don't feel like it.
And the tension is broken by Caleb saying, Steven, Gus, Kellogg, and Valen, can you join us back up here on this fancy rock circle thing that Lydia knows?
Oh,
It's that slide away of the camera from like Lord of the Rings where you see the Aragorn had his hand on the sword. Mm-hmm. When Boromir's like, what do I give a shit? No, you can have him back.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, do you know the Underdark? My dude's like,
yeah.
Reaches, then stops, and is like, and then we'll head back up the stepping.
as we're kind of heading back up, I'll be like, oh man, what are the odds we're gonna have to fight this other crew?
What? Have you played D&D before?
It'd be a
you
great
sneaky
opportunity for me to put my
bullshit?
training into practice.
I'm just kind of whispering it of like, oh man, sounds to me like there can only be one, huh?
Oh, we're just
All
doing
right,
this.
I got my explosives ready.
My dude's all lined up with the other team. Like, all right, yeah, cool. We're just,
Like,
I'm gonna
oh, shoot.
fucking smash these guys. Oh, I'm on the other. Oh, yeah, that's cool. This is the team I wanted to be on.
So you guys come up to this big rock circular area, and Caleb's still standing in the middle, but I'm about to move something from the lair, so I moved him out of the way. And he's standing up on the little dais in the middle, and he says, "Thank you all for your applications to join the Adventurers Alliance. Could you please, when I call your name, step up here and draw from my magical fantasy bag?" And it's not his ball sack.
Okay.
Reach into my pants and grab my fantasy stick.
Grab my fantasy wand. So he calls your name one by one, and you reach in, you grab something out of the bag, and surprise, surprise, the three of you are on a team with Gus, and the other four are on a team, which is not a surprise. You guys all draw out a little blue marble rock type thing, and the other four, all draw out a green rock marble type thing. So you are the green. For our first challenge, we have the answers we need to know about your personalities. Now we need to know how you perform under pressure in a team. So blue team, green team, please, again, non-sexually, assume the positions. And you see magically blue arrows. You guys see this, right? I moved it to the
Yes.
right.
Fuck.
Blue arrows show up on like an elevated platform area. So each of the blue areas is an elevated platform about the diameter of not a plate, like it's big enough to stand on with both feet, but like you're standing there, right? And
Right.
Like a serving tray.
yeah, like a serving tray. So like you don't necessarily even have to stand perfectly with both feet together, but you're not just like doing whatever. And they're
Gotcha.
in a circle, as you see around here. There's a blue one, green one, blue one, green one, around in a circle, alternating. Between connecting the blue one to the green one on either side and vice versa is a plank that is about, I don't know, let's see, like 5 or 6 inches wide enough to walk on without like having to like do a dexterity check for balancing, but not wide enough again to like do anything fancy or extravagant, right?
Gotcha.
Your platforms, as you can kind of tell by my beautiful drawing, indicate a direction, seemingly. They are a triangle. Yours are all pointing counterclockwise. The green ones are all pointing clockwise. All right? The objective is to just make a full rotation around the circle, starting from down here, going all the way around, walking on the red line platform all the way back until you get to your serving plate at the same spot. Green's objective is to do the same thing. You can do whatever you need, and display whatever skills you would like to put forth for your interview. But your objective, if you get knocked off, you have to go back to your original, back to the previous blue of your color. So like if Steven gets knocked off up here, he doesn't have to go back down here, he just has to go back over here. Does that make sense?
Roger. Yes.
Okay, so you just have to make a full rotation, and when you make a full rotation, when all 4 of you make a full rotation, you're done. Does that any questions? It makes sense in my brain, but I know how.
So like you can see he's looking at his hands. They're just like kind of dancing on the like handles of his blades. He's like, so we just got to kill the people in front of us, right? Like just murder our way through.
They're like, what?
Well, if that is how you choose to advertise yourself to the Adventurers Alliance, yes, you can take a son of a.
Oh, they want a little bit more class. He's just saying as he's looking at this guy, like this dude, he's just eyeing him like with his hands.
I would prefer to be able to make the choice out of who displayed their skills the best rather than who are the people still alive. But
as you say that,
oh,
sorry, as you say that,
throw like a dynamite and everybody dies.
He's pulled, like when Kellogg was talking and like killing, like he had pulled out a grenade, and you're like, oh well, that might not be a great idea, and he's like, I don't. Shoot, I guess I'll put it back.
Steve,
I guess maybe not the grenades.
When you pull out your grenade, you have it in your hand, and like you pulled it out from your back or your side, or where'd you pull it from?
He's got a little pack in his
little fanny pack.
Well, I guess he's got kind of a bandolier kind of thing under his shirt where he just pulls it out.
You pull it out, and I was envisioning this more for like melee weapons, but it works for grenades too. Mm-hmm. It's like a foam it's like a LARPing version of a grenade. So your grenades were not taken from you, but it's a representation of your grenade. It will potentially work to some extent as your grenade would work, but it's also not going to blow up the entire stadium. So you can still throw your grenade, but it's not going to kill everybody. This is a display of your skill and your practices rather than blowing up the whole world. So, like, if you choose to throw a grenade, they're more interested in seeing that you chose to throw a grenade rather than seeing how many people your grenade kills. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. And I guess,
that's awesome.
Him knowing that of like, okay, this is a dummy.
And similarly, I don't remember if Kellogg says he had pulled out a weapon or if he was just holding the handle. Okay. All right.
It was more of he was ready for the threat.
Yeah.
Of like it was more of the threat of it. Yeah. No, he's not.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Caleb asks. Oh, Gus isn't on.
So Valen raises his hands like, I mean, couldn't we all pass? Is this possible for all of us to pass this? Or do we have to only have one team win?
How you choose to solve this puzzle is up to you. How you think best portrays yourself, and how best you think there is to solve this puzzle. Or, he says a fancy word and says it better. But go ahead and roll initiative.
Set it up because I knew this was coming, and I wanted you fuckers to see it. 25.
Beautiful.
Well,
nice.
Yes, Chad is deciding how you're solving this puzzle forever.
That's for you guys. Yeah, of course. Like, I know how he solves problems.
Damn.
Because
everyone just turns back to like, how's it? And he's already stabbed the guy, and it's like he used the foam. Like, knotted down to the hardest part of the foam. It was really hard to get it up into his jugular, but I did it. Is that what you were? No? That wasn't it? My bad.
You're like, I see the challenge is to
all my
with the foam.
Yeah, all my weapons were foam, so I just reached into his mouth and yanked his head apart. Is that not? No?
Steven Seagal's neck.
Yes, Steven Seagal.
Well, good or bad news for you guys. They all rolled like donkey shit. So
3, 6, 7, 4. Yeah, that's kind of good for Steven. Get better, bud. Although, wait, no, you had an add-on, right?
What do you mean?
Oh, Steven.
Dex. Yeah, Steven. He has Dex, right?
Yeah, I've got an 11 total on mine.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay,
not-
so you are better than
too
these
bad.
nerds.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Oh,
goodness.
yeah.
4.
I'm like,
But
you're gonna let these turds beat you.
All right. God, they suck. But they don't.
oh, what did
I'm getting there. rolled a bunch of dog shit. I can't get the gut.
Fuck.
Yeah. Sometimes
I
it's
just
the
asked what
word.
did Valen get?
He got a 13.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, nice.
Gustard! Gus, 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 Gus! Gus has a +2 to initiative because he's the greatest sorcerer of all time. If you guys.
I thought you know he's good. I've heard tale. Oh man,
What?
you know what scares me is he's either gonna be like, "Here's a firebolt," or he's gonna be like, "I've summoned a meteor swarm," and you're just like, "I don't know who this guy is, but he's
God
terrifying."
damn it,
This
Gus
little-
rolled a fucking 3.
Yeah, get
Oh,
it,
no.
get it, Gus.
Jeez, hope you guys aren't weighed down by the 2-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, we are only as strong as our weakest link.
True.
Man. So, Chad, Kellogg
Mhm.
gets to go first. Your arrow is pointing counterclockwise. You are kind of in the 3 o'clock position. What?
So I'm making my way to this person.
Okay.
Where's the? So it's.
So between on the red, you're on like a 4-inch platform or whatever, like a 2x4 fantasy 2x4, to where like
Right.
you can walk. But if you try to pass the person, if you try to fight the person, all of that, you're gonna at least have to make dexterity saves. And even on the platforms, you guys can't do-si-do without like, doing some stuff. So
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try. Can I shove that person off?
okay.
Or well, actually, I guess like. So they just said we had to maneuver our way around.
You're just trying to get back to 3 o'clock.
Gotcha. You know what? Actually, holy shit, I'm pretty athletic. Can I like jump over them, or like is it a thing where like we can't occupy the same
You can't.
triangle?
You can't jump. Yeah, you can't occupy the same square, but you could
Gotcha.
theoretically jump over them and land on the other side of them and just be on the platform on the other side of them if you rolled a good enough, athletics check.
Okay, because I was wondering if it's like American Gladiator style. where
Yeah.
You have to knock them off.
You have American Gladiator weapons, kind of your
Yeah.
own grenade and stuff.
But it's how do you want to handle it?
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and yeah, like just I wouldn't even say he's not even gonna jump. He's gonna try and slip past this person.
Okay. How do you?
You know, use his dexterity and kind of give her whoever this is the old like say you're a chick at the bar
Gross.
and there's plenty of space, but the guy's like, oh, let me just get past you, and he just slides on you. He's just gonna do that.
Now, Chad.
Yeah, just triggered my way through. That's what I do. That's how he does it. He triggers his way through.
All right, roll a creep check.
So a charisma save?
Oh.
As he runs, so he's like, oh, you smell nice.
Oh, God.
You're creeping
He said, I like the way you
he's not
smell.
even- or Corey, and he's not even a woman in a bar. I mean, I guess that's acrobatics, right? A dexterity.
Acrobatic
but
could apply.
Acrobatics, yeah. Unless you're thinking something else. Are you thinking something else with your creep check?
I was thinking slide a hand, just trying to slide past him.
You're trying to slide your hand up her skirt, you creep?
No, because he's trying to slide past them, but in such a way that they're like, oh, I want to allow this. Like, I don't want to, stop whatever's happening back there. I want them
I just
to,
want
like,
them away from me so I'll
Yeah.
go past. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm familiar with that move.
thought you might be.
Yep, I'm uncomfortable with how familiar I am with that move, but I am familiar. Okay. All right.
Alrighty. Wow, where's the roll button? There it is. Fucking cool, 2. Fucking love the dice, buddy.
All right. Well,
Loving 'em.
She's gonna do a dexterity check too, just cause. Oofa doofa. Want to guess what she got?
What's that?
Well,
A 1?
she has a +4 to a
Oh.
natural 20. Your ass
Oh.
is grass.
Oof.
She does what every woman has always dreamed of doing. She doesn't even put effort in knocking you on your ass, and then just like glowers down at you like, do not step on anyone.
He's like, excuse ye.
Yes.
Bam! Just takes a fucking elbow, then nose falls back, and then do we go back to our start position? Is that what you said,
Go
or?
back to 3 o'clock. All right.
Yep.
So next we have Valen.
Valen is
Right,
going to start
creep on
walking
the next
towards the.
person too.
No. Valen's going to start walking towards the next person, bring out his silk rope, and he's going to say, all right, buddy, here's what we're going to do. And he hands one end of the silk rope to this guy, grabs the other, and then so kind of wraps around his waist a little bit. He's like, all right,
Romantic.
so we're going to use our body weights. We're going to lean away from each other and just kind of step around each other,
Okay.
holding each other up.
Okay, so 2 things of note. Well, one thing of note. The person that you come to is a Yanti pure, or not pure blood, but a snake person.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Again,
like snake
inexperienced
tails
kid.
and everything.
Yeah.
Inexperienced kid, he's still going to do say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm
Well, at least you're going to learn
gonna
about
say-
the Yanti. But now you're about to learn a valuable lesson about the Yanti.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
am.
Amazing.
hey, you want to know a secret? Snakes have cloacas too.
Oh, man.
They're all fucking.
I mean, I don't think a bird and a snake could fuck, but they both do have the same genitalia.
So then they could. That's what science has taught me.
They got the same business.
If
they can
anything,
do
that's
the
what I
same
learned from the
business.
game Mass Effect.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna have you do a persuasion check. I will give you advantage
not as great.
because you have the rope, and it like seems like a relatively good idea. So you can have an advantage to your
Persuasion.
persuasion check. Hopefully, somebody rolled
All right.
higher than a 2 this whole fucking game.
Yeah. Wow. That'd be
Let's
nice.
see here.
It's not really what happens in our games.
Well, I mean, my NPC did just roll an at 20 on kicking your ass, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
So my persuasion with advantage was a 10.
All right. Well, that works because he's kind of a grumpy asshole anyway. Or, you know, what some might call cold-blooded. He's like,
Sorry.
all right.
You knew what's
That's
gonna
way too
happen.
gruff for
You
a
knew
fucking
it.
snake.
People knew.
He's like, all right. I'll do it.
You know what I'm saying? Then you teed it up.
But if you step on my fucking tail, I will kill you.
I mean, just keep your tail to the back, and I won't have the opportunity to step on it.
It's my
Your tail is
responsibility.
selfie.
Roll.
I'll do my best.
Roll a dexterity or acrobatics, I suppose. Again, I'll give you flat on acrobatics because you didn't roll too well with your persuasion, and you told him to watch his fucking tail. So roll acrobatics.
Ha-ha! 23.
All right. Oh, son of a bitch. What was yours?
23.
These kids are gonna kick your ass because I mean he rolled a 22, but he has a +7 to his acrobatics, so it does.
Ooh.
It is romantic and sensual and perfectly balanced because he's a 22 and you're a 23, and he's only slightly less acrobatic than you because he's watching his tail. Even though he doesn't want to admit that you told him to watch his tail and then he watched his tail. He's only slightly less acrobatic than you. But you make it around.
Oh, man.
You are now at like the 11 o'clock position. So you have made it one
Perfect.
platform. Steven!
All right. So, also keeping in mind, he knows this is kind of a safe space with the foam and the kind of protective gear, if you will. So with that in mind as well, he's like, okay, this is not a lethal thing. Everybody's kind of making their strategic moves. Also, side question. Am I going this way?
Yes, your token is facing the wrong direction because that's just like how the picture is, but you are going counterclockwise. You are
Yeah, we're going.
Excellent.
bad. And I can't
Cool.
move the token around. I've tried to do it. It doesn't work. So it just like,
With that,
turns around.
you probably all would just hear, "Frag out!"
Shit.
as he kind of like rolls a little ball towards the guy in front of him, and it explodes, but it's basically Thunderwave
Okay.
as just a burst of force emanates. And I imagine if it's not lethal, then it's just essentially what I want to do is push the guy 10 feet away,
Yeah.
and then the damage would just be nullified because it's
Yeah.
non-lethal.
Basically. All right. So what do I roll for Thunderwave? Any?
So,
Or-
It's a Constitution save.
Okay.
yes. Constitution will be 14.
14. All right. Oofa doofa. They rolled a 15 and their Constitution then is 17. So nothing.
Kind of
Yes,
rattles the bones
drugs.
a little bit, but
Shrugged it right off you. Looks you in the eyes. Like
Yeah,
a dick.
so the person in front of you, you throw it at them. They are the hypothetical Fearbold Paladin that I mentioned earlier. Just kind of like, not necessarily like a big scary paladin, but just a Fearbolg, so kind of a brick shithouse by default, and a paladin. So like you throw a my first grade hand grenade at them, and it just kind of like does what it does in movies where it just like bounces off their chest and is like pew.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, well, let's get it.
Next up,
And murder.
lucky you, Steven. Next up is your best friend, the Fearbold Paladin.
Uh-oh.
And they give you a bad guy henchman smile after you threw a grenade at them, and laugh. They're not like mindless henchmen, but in this moment they are. And they walk across the platform to you, and I didn't give them very good weapons. They just give you an unarmed strike to the fucking face.
He kind of gets like as he sees this huge guy come up to him, he's like, yeah, I was just misunderstanding. Like, it didn't work how I was intending.
This is what a smoke grenade, brother.
This Gigantor, it's not hard to balance on a 2x4, but when you are a brick shithouse, it kind of is. So they swing at you and swing at you for 10. I'm gonna assume doesn't hit.
No, AC is 15.
I hope so. So, okay, they swing at you, and it's not total Bugs Bunny swing punch, but they do lose their balance and fall off, so they have to go back to their platform. And like, we're a little embarrassed and a little less mindless henchmen after that, because they did have a grenade thrown at them, but then they made a damn fool of themselves. All right, next, lucky you again, Steven, is the person behind you, but they are going towards Gus. All right, so this person walks towards Gus. They do some secret handshake. Just kidding. They kind of have an interaction with Gus. And then you see them and Gus. Oofa doofa. So this Tabaxi character kind of
Mhm.
do like a kind of similar to what Corey did with the snake person, except
Yeah.
just like predator arm lock each other instead of like rotate
nice.
each other and move around. And the Tabaxi person moves up onto the platform, and as they do, Gus like steps around and just like almost eats shit. But
Okay.
but the bird person or the cat person like is predator arm holding them holding Gus, so she like pulls him from hitting the ground and like tosses him up in the air, and he flies back, like kind of flutters back down and lands on the platform. So he doesn't she made it to the next platform, and Gus did not have to go back. So they both made it past, essentially. All right.
Really, it's the friends we made along the way.
Next up is this person up here in front of you, Chad, and oh shit, what did you do to them, Chad? Did you do anything? Oh yeah, you tried to creepo squeeze them. All right.
Yeah, I was trying to squeeze past. I was just trying to give him a little sleight of hand by. I was just little acrobatics, just
they
get on
come
by.
up to you and you start doing that defensive creepo in the bar shit. Like, I wasn't trying to grab your ass. I just grabbed and your ass was there.
Hey, yo, hey. Trying to slip past you.
All right, they walk up to you. She's walking up to you and she has a quarterstaff out. And she's walking and she is gonna knock your shit off. And just steps sideways and rolls her ankle and falls off the platform. So she goes.
That's what happens when you have hate in your heart.
Okay. All right, so that's her turn. Next up is Snake Boy. Snake Boy is just right behind one of his buddies, so he just like moves up the platform to like back up his friend and wishes he had been there to catch her when she fell off the platform, but that's how initiative works. Next up is the greatest sorcerer who has ever lived. Next up is Gus. And he comes up behind you, Steven, because he's right up next to you now, and he says, "Hey, Steven, you know, really cool about being an Aarakocra?
Was that, little one?
I can fly." And he like flies up. He doesn't go up high, but like high enough to not have to walk on the platforms or on the boards because he got wings. And he flies over Steven's head up to the paladin up ahead of him. And he says, "Hello, non-binary paladin that is on the platform that I need to my name is Gus. It's Gus. May I touch your platform so I get credit for touching it and then move on?" And he is going to make a persuasion check.
Nice. The paladin just divine smites him, just cuts him down. Don't touch my shit.
And the paladin, she grabs him, like not his wings, but like on his body, and like kind of scoots a little bit. They don't let him land. They just like pull him down and put his feet on the platform while maintaining balance themselves, and then like just pick him back up and let him fly. So like he touches down, gets credit for touching that platform, and then is now hovering above their head and not moving on, because that is not how turn order works. But next up, is this you? No, that's somebody else that is not here.
That's good.
All right, Kellogg is back to you.
So, you were displeased with my advances before, I said. Yeah, seeing what just happened back there and just trying to not get knocked off by old lady who just she came over to me and he's like,
She
hey
wants
now,
to kill
let's be
you so bad.
yeah, he's like, hey now, look, I'm just trying to, and then watching her like fall and then get transported back. He's like, that's not great. Look, how about this? And he is going to, yeah, like make his way towards her, and I don't think I have anything stone-wise that will really. I mean, he like aside from murdering everybody.
Well, you got foam swords, so you can foam.
Yeah,
sword.
foam. So yeah, like he could, but because he's trying, he's really trying. Like he's like, no, they don't. He's I'll say like after like she came at him and she was like, he's like, oh, he starts to draw his blades and then notices they're foam, and then kind of puts together like, oh, okay, you're supposed to think your way past this. So he's gonna try and jump her.
Okay. You got any flavor on that jump for me, or are you just gonna go up and do a vertical leap?
He's gonna run along the boards,
Okay.
like straight at her, and then just go for the jump over the top. I mean, he's pretty fucking athletic
Okay.
or acrobatic, actually. So either way, like
Okay.
he's good. I mean, I say that until I roll
Until you
another
roll a
fucking 2.
for the 15th time in a row.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There you
All right.
go.
All right.
All right. So you run at her and you jump, and she doesn't know what the fuck you're doing. So she takes her quarterstaff that she was going to kick your ass with earlier, and she just like, you're doing a freaking sick ass flip over her head, and she just like annoyed downstairs neighbor like shoves it up to hit the ceiling like they do, but she misses you because she didn't know what you were doing. She thinks you're doing some kind of crazy ass attack, but you do a sick flip over her, and you land on the other side.
Boom.
So you make it past her.
He like hits the ground like gives a little Michael Jackson.
She turns and she gives you this stanky ass.
Yeah, like he's like looking down, like turns around, looks at her, like maybe gives her a little smile, like maybe this will be okay afterwards, and then sees the hate and is like, well, like so you're not looking to like get some beers after this, huh?
Wasn't looking for beers before. Valen, you are up.
I'm gonna propose the same thing to the tabaxi.
Okay. Tie the rope. Do the dexterity check.
Yeah, with each of us holding into the rope, kind of go around and just move on.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
All right, dexterity
make,
again.
Make a persuasion check first.
Oh goodness. Okay.
This one's easier. She's less grouchy. They're less grouchy.
There you go.
14. That's fine. All right. Now make a dexterity.
Dexterity. 15.
I will say, not to spoil the whole game for you, but when I was making these NPCs, the snake was a rogue and the tabaxi is a monk, so you just dexteritied past the two most dexterous people in the world. So, like, not saying you're lucky, but you did you did luck out with a dexterous plan with two very dexterous people.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. Well, that works. You're on to your next platform.
Hope they remember that when they come stand against us.
Hey, you know what, Chad? They're gonna remember you, and that's what matters.
He's like, oh, I remember that, dude. I'm like, oh man, I was just. It was
All
a
right.
test. I was trying to get past you. It
Steven?
wasn't even a thing. Like, no, I felt that.
Frag out.
I felt that smoked sausage you were smuggling.
You are facing the wrong direction still. You're still going towards this paladin. person, but Gus is also kind of flapping there next to them because they just helped him get his platform and he hasn't had a turn since then. But you are going that direction, even though you're facing this direction.
Is Gus? Gus is not on the platform. Gus.
He's just flying.
Okay,
hovering, doing his hovering at eye level. He's talking to this paladin like, so this is Stephen. His name starts with the snake letter, but he's not a snake. He's not a snake like that guy. That guy's a snake, but I don't know what his name is. His name.
And then you hear frag out, and he pulls another like cylinder ball from his little belt. And he chucks it at the ground of the feet of the Furbolg as just a bunch of just ichor and grease as I cast grease, but it's a
9 hells. My dude just is like 9 hells, like tries to guard himself when he hears another frag out coming. Like, okay, he's gonna blow us all up.
Cannibalism. I can't cannibalize my teammates.
So the grease is a 10-foot square.
Okay.
Covered on the point.
So that basically gets the platform that they're on.
Yeah.
And like the area around it, the area around you're not interacting with. So it only really affects the like 2 square feet this person is standing on.
Right.
How does grease work?
It's difficult terrain. Also the grease when the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dex save on a throw or fall prone.
Okay. What is the dex they have to beat?
Dex is a 14.
Well, joke's on you. They rolled a 13. So
excellent.
They fall on their ass and off the platform. However,
excellent.
They fall off the platform and they return to their platform because they just returned to the previous platform that they were at, and it's still greased, but they cautiously get up there.
Falls again. Trapped in an infinite loop.
Falling and teleporting.
Do you want to try to sneak past their platform as they are? I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would, like, as they're falling, be like, aha, my opportunity.
Because otherwise, you've done nothing. Except make it slick. Okay.
Or create an infinite loop in which we can create energy and start death machines.
What?
I guess I
trying to make a Sim City again?
No.
Yes.
All right, make a dexterity save. I'll give you advantage since you cast the spell. Like, you're a little bit smarter about not stepping right in the middle of the tar pit. So you can. Good thing I gave you advantage. Whoop whoop. All right. So you awkwardly bird waddle up there. You touch the platform, cautious not to get jizzed. I'm gonna go ahead and move you off the platform so you're not staying.
Yeah, that's fine.
And and then like this Fearbulk just kind of like gives you a look, not as stanky as Chad's getting, but it gives you a look as you walk past.
I give him a shrug look, like.
And then they climb back up on the platform. They kind of use their something to like wipe the grease off enough where they can at least cautiously stand on their platform without having to do anything, any balancing acts. All right, next up is that Fearbulk, and they are going to go ahead. They have no opponent, so they move 2 platforms up to here. I'll count that as like a dash action because they have no opponents, but they are not going to get an action until like they dashed essentially instead of taking an action.
Roger.
All right, so up next is this Tabaxi, who is behind their counter person. So they are going to wait until the snake person goes. Okay, so we're going to go this person first and then order. This person, this blue person that Chad kept hitting on, is now in front of you, Steven. And they are going to pull up their character sheet. What do you think about that?
Taking in my boots.
They look at you, and she gives you kind of a puzzled look. And you're not entirely sure if they cast command on you, but she just says, fly. And you start levitating, kind of encouraged flight. She cast onto the bird. So you start hovering over the platform, and as she comes past you, she kind of just moves you out of the way, like she's awkwardly moving a balloon off the and she puts you back over. You're still levitating, but she puts you back where if you fall, you'll land on the platform behind you, but you're still hovering like 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah.
And she moves up to this green platform. They move up.
Mighty kind of them.
I'm instantly angry because I assume, or Steven assumes, that he is now cheated and
Forcibly cheated.
And the judges are gonna see it and be like, "Oh, he flew, he cheated." So he's like, "This person made me fail."
All right, so that was their turn. Up next is the snake and the cat person. And they are both at the same time, the cat slightly behind the snake, coming up to you, Chad.
Yeah.
And they saw how delightful you were to their friend, the blue.
Just slipping on by me then, like as I had tried to do, just trying to get on past.
And
I'm just trying to get those Bahama Mamas. Right? We're all here for the same drinks, ladies.
They first of all are like, don't gender us. Lydia's done it 5 times, but like, come on, we're cats. We don't have boobs. Another biology class, cats don't have boobs, except they kind of do.
They do. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Cats, but they got tits.
They got tits and buttholes.
They have buttholes too.
The cat and the snake, kind of like interlock arms.
Oh God!
Support each other. So they're gonna do essentially what Corey's done with another individual going around the circle, but they're gonna kind of like morph you into it and just like work their they hold each other by their left hands and then reach around you and grab each other's right hand. So you don't have to do anything.
But I am getting a reach around.
You're getting a reach around by a snake and a cat.
He's like, this is good and not great though. Like, I thought it'd be better.
They're reaching around, but not to the place I want them to.
Yeah, right. Like it's scaly and soft, but not how I wanted it.
Yes. So that happens. It's scaly and soft, and as I mentioned earlier, one of these is a rogue and one of them is a monk. So they do some dexterous bullshit, and you don't even know they reached around you. Okay, you kind of know.
So then they pass.
One of them.
So they passed me.
Is the rogue, not the monk, and he's not quite as dexterous. But they get past you, and you get past them. So they are.
Okay.
But yeah, you didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, he's just like, all right, well.
But as they're reaching around you, they give you the dirtiest looks, and you think you hear them talking some shit as they're doing it.
He's like, what?
Because they don't like you.
Yeah, he looks all smiley. He's like, oh, hey, how's it going, guys? I know what this is like. He's got his hands up, just giving them plenty of room in case they just got to breathe on past him. And he's like, oh, wait, no, somehow we're all just moving. And you didn't brush against me either. Weird. How did that happen? It's like we all passed each other with plenty of space.
Stop talking to us. We'll have Gus come over.
Oh, no. Keep going.
Up next is Gus, and he flies up here to Steven's platform. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? And he swoops down. He's like, you're the same height as me, but that's kind of how flying works. We can all be the same height. And he does a little hopscotch step onto the blue platform, and then he floats back up, and he moves on up here to the green platform where they are. Kellogg, it's up to you.
Yeah. He's going to, he's like, you know what? I feel like those ladies just didn't understand. So he's going to go back the other way. He's like, no, I'm not here to help. We're here to talk to these chicks. Like, whoa. He just makes his way to the other post. Like, he's just going to run as far as he can. Like, because...
Yeah,
who's in front of me here?
That's Corey. So you can go up to. Yeah. You can't be on the platform with Corey, but you can be like behind him if you want.
No, he's not gonna get out on that platform.
Okay.
He's like, oh shit, it's that kid. Yeah. I'll just take it back here.
Okay, Corey, you're up. You have the
same thing
in front of you. Same thing. All right. Persuasion, dexterity.
Six persuasion.
Sad face.
Goes. You come up to this paladin, and they're like, yeah, but you're on the team with the dynamite guy and the pervo over there. Like,
it's like, I mean, I'm the one proposing legitimate plans here. They're the ones being creepy and attacking.
I mean, if I was gonna team up with somebody, it'd be my team first, obviously. But like, and maybe
I helped two of your guys get past me.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, bro. But
you would say, bud.
King 6. All right. I am going to do a dexterity check with disadvantage because a 6 is pretty bad.
Oh God. Okay. I don't have a lot of hope with this. Oh.
Heyo, I was going to say, this is a paladin Fearbulk, so also not a dexterity person.
So I mean, I rolled a 20 and an 18, so I get the 18. So I get 21.
All right, so you get past without falling, but it is awkward as hell, and this paladin is just kind of grumpy and like not really giving you room, but as a result, they lose their balance because like they are used to taking up space, and that's all well and good when you got space to take up. But when you're taking up space on a 2-inch wide platform, it doesn't really work. So they're trying to take up space and not let you pass, but you get past, and she loses their balance, and they are awkwardly back here with you, just waiting for you to get off the platform so they can get it back up onto the platform and continue their circle. But you're not both trying to stand on the same platform because that doesn't work.
Yeah. I'll just say, thanks for helping.
I don't know that I did that.
Appreciate you.
Good game. Just tap you on the ass and knock you off the platform. Just kidding. All right, Steven, you're up. You are still slightly hovering until you choose otherwise.
I think I'm going to continue to fly about, 10 feet off the
Are you flying
platform.
or are you just like taking advantage of the levitation or whatever was put on you?
I will not have things put on me.
Oh, gross.
I will choose to fly.
Okay.
Instead.
Seems reasonable for a paladin, or for a Aarakocra. What is it?
Which is not going to be that much higher.
It's different. Jonathan's on this thing.
I'm gonna. What if I should just dive bomb these folks? Just knock them off their platform so I can get on there.
Everyone's so violent. Everyone can pass. Everyone can pass this test. Like, why are we fighting?
I'm coming in, and I'm gonna like how a hawk just tucks in the wings and coming in hot. And I'm gonna try to land on the platform.
Seagulls are next necessarily like a
Dive bombing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a falcon, but we'll allow it.
But imagine if you were
a 6 tall seagull.
When we were at the beach, I saw these. I think they were like a blue herring type.
Yeah.
Or they look like blue herring, but they were just like tuck in wings and then just straight dive into the ocean.
I mean, I get the fuck out of the way,
That's
even
cool.
for not a fantasy-sized bird. But
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. All right. In that case, are you doing an unarmed or a talon attack or something, or are
I guess
would your D&D skill of this be?
I guess it would be more of a shove attack, kind of, in the sense of like coming in, and trying to knock them away.
So your strength against their acrobatic, or what should I make you roll?
The old early bird versus the worm.
Mm-hmm.
The cat and the snake?
Maybe that's athletics.
This might be a.
Have you ever seen the Mexican flag? Do you hate Mexicans? Is that what you're trying to say? That shit can't happen? Because it does.
If we've learned anything from this session, 0 is everybody's racist. Okay.
Except for my guy, he's half elf. He can't be racist. Sorry.
I think because he's half
impossible.
Race and half ist.
Yeah.
I think
Can't do
in
it.
general,
Sorry.
I'm gonna make them just roll acrobatics unless you have some church on why they should roll something else. But you can roll.
No, you can roll whatever you want to roll.
Because their prerogative is to maintain balance, and that seems like acrobatics to me. You can
I'm gonna go athletics. Oh, never mind.
boop. All right. Well, as I told
That's a 6 total.
as I told them, you got some acrobatic ass bitches in front of you because you got a rogue and a monk. So we got only a 17 and a 15, but still.
I mean, yeah, like good, but yeah.
So
Kinda.
what's happening? They're still standing there with their like arms locked from like their move around Chad, and you fly in, and they just like cartoon like fireman parachute trampoline thing, just like catch you with their arms and then like throw you back up in the air.
Nice.
But
It's like playing Red Rover.
yeah, exactly. A horizontal Red Rover. But you don't have to go back to your previous platform because you didn't touch the ground. So you are just over them until you get past them or they move off their platform.
Excellent.
Next up is this paladin, which is awkward because I said they would wait until you got off of the platform. So she'll wait until you get off of the platform and then get up on the platform and then do something. So up next is the cat. The cat is laughing their absolute ass off at a snake and a cat throwing a bird back up into the sky.
Makes sense.
But also kind of jealous she didn't get to like rip you up like a feral cat because cats are gross. But she's like, all right.
Have a cat?
Yeah, well, we did.
Okay.
She's like, all right, Santi, I'm going on. And she just moves on ahead and up to this loop platform. Let's go of the and moves on. Up next is Blue, which is in front of her. Oh, guess who she's facing off against again? Oh, nope, that's Corey's character. Just kidding. She'll probably be fine with Corey's character. Corey's character isn't a freaking predator. All right, up next is the snake. The snake's also just going to move on up here on the platform. They've got their tail like wrapped around the platform, so like they're pretty dexterous, but also like can hold on to the plank as they go across because they're snakes, so they just like wrap their tail around it. Up next is Gus. Gus is like, that was some cool ass shit, Steven. He hopscotches back down on this green platform and then flies back up. I wish I could fly like that. That was so cool. I just fly like normal. It's not as fun. Chad, you are up.
Yeah, he's gonna just ignore the hate. You know, haters to the left.
Well, so far.
Yeah, he's just ignoring these haters. Sorry that he was just trying to be, you know, convenient and think about her and her needs. He was making his way around. But now that he's on the new platform, he's fine. It's fine. It's just
now.
Good say that. He moved to his new area and he's awaiting.
Okay.
Patiently because he's a kind person.
Corey, you are up. You are facing off Chad's paramour, the blue lady, who is facing the other direction but coming.
She's still just watching. He's like, hey, she's still watching me. He's just kind of flexing, giving her the old, you know, got the booty out. I was be over here set out the vibes.
Let me see what spells I gave her to kill you.
I'm just kidding.
You get an ice knife through the brain.
Yeah, right through the fucking hole.
All right, what's up, Chad? God damn it, Corey. Same shenanigans.
Oh,
same thing. I was just like, look, we don't even have to touch. We use the rope. We hold onto the rope. We don't even touch each other.
I was gonna give you advantage anyway because it has worked multiple times already, and she has seen this. But so you said we don't have to touch, and that definitely gives you advantage. So roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
In spite and knowing that Kellogg is watching, she just like totally do-si-dos with you, like.
Oh.
Super elegant, well, maybe not elegant, but just like totally like this can be done very easily and very not creepily, you fucking douche nut. Move past each other.
Okay.
Oh man, I forgot that we're making our way back towards each other.
Yep. Yep.
Oh man.
All right, Steven, yo up.
I'm gonna touch the platform.
Okay.
Bing. And then move on to the next one.
All right, you can do both of these in this round and move up to the green one if you want to dash, since you don't have any opponents.
Oh yeah.
Bing bang.
I can get to that. Oh sweet. Yay, dash.
All right. Up next is the Paladin. Good thing you woke up for that. I guess I could have done that. Next up is this Fearbold Paladin in front of you, Chad.
Is that my girl?
No. It's her beefcake in front of your girl. And right behind her is your girl. So this one is not grunt, but the big cake. So she is going to get out a big old foam hand and hand axe you in the face. Son of a bitch, she ain't impressive. Again, is not used to standing on a 3-inch wide platform. So swings a big old axe at you. Loses their balance and oofa doofas. Loses her balance. Just not as bad as last time, just kind of like touches down and your girl is like but it's
he's like, oh shit, did you see that chick just tried to hit me with the hammer? I think I don't know what she was doing. She kind of just fell.
Her turn. She is going to quarterstaff you in the face again and hopefully not roll her ankle with it. Oof. Oh, I thought that was a 9. It's a 19. It's 5. She quarterstaffs you to next freaking Tuesday. Speaking of
Ouchies.
then, she knocks you on your ass, and you go down. She takes your platform, and you can't assume the same space, so you have to wait until she moves off your platform to go back up onto the platform and continue around. Didn't really think that through logically, but it makes sense. Up next is the cat. The cat moves up here to Corey. The snake also comes because they're next as well. And they
Hi guys.
yeah, they don't have they like dashed essentially to get up here. But they're just like, so we got this thing and you got this thing, we could just like all do this thing. So they're on your turn, totally on board with doing some combination of their move to get around the circle and your move to get around the circle. Charity took her turn, Snake took their turn, Gus's turn. I don't remember, I think Gus was at the green, so he's at the blue and then the green again. Hopscotch is on up there, and then it's up to Chad's turn. Turn. Oh, you're gonna have to wait until she gets off your platform. You stand there. You wait until your lady gets off your platform.
Yeah, it's like I can't force her, right? So.
You can say something shitty if you want, I guess. No, you cannot engage from the ground. So you have to at least.
He's just gonna smile. He just gives her like a knowing smile, like, all right, touche.
Touche.
All right, Corey, you got this plan with these two, the rogue and the monk. So with advantage, you don't have to do a persuasion check. Just give advantage on your dexterity rolls.
Okay. 14.
Nice. All right. You're a little might not work with other people, but it works with these two. They've got their plan down and they like you, and it's worked perfectly fine before. So they do their little dance, you do your little dance. You kind of slip your foot one time, but they support you when you slip your foot, and just kind of like the snake person's tail just like kind of pops up like a monkey's tail and supports your foot back up onto the platform.
Oh, thanks.
No problem, man. Do us a favor though, kick your friend's ass when we get done with this. You know who we're talking about. Up next is Steven.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hey, he made it to the whole next round. All right, you are up against this blue lady. She is.
I see that she is knocked down.
No, she is not.
My ally.
Oh, she has done that, yes.
You tried to grab me by my
slighted
tongue,
my
and I
friends.
said no, and she said, "Oh man, my arthritis. I just need a handful of dick." And she came at me, and I said, "Not today, lady." And I jumped off willingly. That's how I remember it, but maybe I was mistaken.
I will not stand for this.
He says,
And he goes to shove her off of the platform.
Okay.
oh.
Shove attack.
Are you still flying? Are you in the air or on the platform?
I think he's gonna hover like 5 feet, but kind of like fly and then kind of a charge.
Yeah.
Push.
Okay. I'll give you advantage because just in general, coming on head on, that's something, a fighter or a melee person is used to. Even somebody coming at you from a foot up is
Right.
not an angle you're used to. So I'll give you advantage on your attack.
It very easily
Nice.
coming on you. It happens.
Well,
That'll be it.
gotcha. Neither of them are gonna work.
That'll be a 12.
She grabs you as you come to her. She's like, your friend's a liar, right? And just like gently tosses you onto the ground. So you don't, take any damage. Not that anybody's taking any damage, but you do to the ground, so therefore you don't make any progress. And, you know, she made the statement, your friend's a shithead, and you're a shithead too if you back him up. All right.
I hit back to the
A lot of echo chamber going on in here. I didn't realize all these ladies were in the same echo chamber.
Up next.
They've heard my diverse opinion.
Up next is the Fearbog, but they can't really do anything until progress is made otherwise, so she just gets back up there to, like, back up their friend. As always. Hey, and guess what? Guess who's up behind the Fearbog? The cat and the snake. So
am I ever gonna be able to get on there?
Their whole team is lined up in a line, coming up on Steven and Gus and Kellogg, kind of, if Kellogg was coming up. Up next is Gus, and he says he flies down and he plants his feet on the platform in front of the entire other team. Let me see what spells I gave Gus. See if I gave him anything good.
Let's see what the greatest sorcerer of all time brings.
No pressure, guy.
So what's the greatest sorcerer of all time bring? Okay, I'm just gonna cast Wish.
I'm just gonna cast Murder Everyone. He says, my name is August. Fantasy name, fancy title, last name. And you are not on my team. And he casts Mage Hand and just like bitch slaps them all off the platform. And he slaps them just with a giant Mage Hand, and he gets them all with surprise because none of them, you know, they all underestimated Gus. Everybody underestimates Gus.
Everybody does.
And he knocks them all down off the platform, which they are all out of the way. And Chad, you can get up onto the platform. He's like, hey, buddy.
Kelly's like, well, like watches them he's just shaking his head like, uh-oh.
All right, you're up on the platform. He's like, hey, buddy, I got your back, but I do have to
appreciate you.
Him, don't be a shithead. I don't really know what a shithead is, but just don't do it.
Don't be.
So, who do I got here?
You kind of have this whole cluster.
The whole cluster of people, huh?
It's like they all got knocked off and were sent back to the previous platform, which is this green one. So the Tabaxi is the most dangerous. So we'll say they're the one that got up onto the platform. But the other ones are just kind of like standing there waiting for their turn.
You know what? Kellogg, being the gentleman that he is, right? And apparently it's gotten off, unfortunately, but I mean he's a pretty cool dude. So he'll just be like, look, since there's no fatties, you guys can cross over me.
Jesus.
So he's gonna just try.
That went wildly different than I thought you were gonna go.
Sadly, it didn't go that different than I thought it was gonna go.
But he's gonna try and do, since there's no fatties. It doesn't seem like it'll be that bad. He could probably just help these ladies across. He gives it the old the wide crotch straddle. You know, like 1 foot on the board, 1 foot on the base.
Okay.
And he's like, don't worry, ladies, I'm gonna help you. You guys get on by with the sturdiness of my ability to stand here. Being chiseled jawed and white with hair. You're welcome.
All right. We'll go with the Tabaxi first. They're on the platform.
He just wants to give help. It's a help action for them to pass.
Yeah.
What he wants.
All right. Well, then, the Tabaxi, doesn't want to take your hand.
Yeah, nobody does.
I think that's probably how everybody takes your hand, at least. The nicest way to take your hand is like, ugh. Up next is the snake, because the blue girl does not want to come up. Snake guy comes up and he's like, Dude, you really fucking suck. You know that, right? But
Have a good day. I don't speak snake, but have a good day, friend.
yeah, that was common. He moves on past.
I know what it said.
It'd be hilarious if he said that. Like, it was in common. He said that anyway. Yeah, sorry, I don't
Yeah.
speak snake.
He's like, I don't speak snake, but have a good day, friend. After he's passed on by, you got to make sure that there's room for other people.
The
You don't talk shit.
The Fearbulk comes on up, just gives you a look. But also, the Fearbulk has made it like 2 squares themselves. They're not having a great time either. So they'll take all the help that they can get.
Fearbulk's like 7 feet tall, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, those things are big,
They
too.
make it past you. But,
Oh, shit.
like, yeah.
Takes a little bit of takes a little teamwork this time.
Takes a little teamwork. Like, they're not intentionally throwing you into the
Yeah.
sun, but she kind of tries to support herself on you and accidentally, like, pulls you because you are the weight of, like, her shirt.
Yeah.
So they get past you as well. And up next is your wonderful, lovely girlfriend who will never talk to you again. And they step up onto the platform.
I'm sorry, I was captured by Drow and that's a job. I'm not great at speeches. I just
Do I look a drow?
yes. You're very purple.
Well, I'm blue, but
It's also blue. Oh wow, I'm sorry. I only see in dark vision because of the Drow. I don't know if I told you this. I was
Whatever.
captured by Drow.
It's shitty either way.
When I was a slave. I was a slave.
She actually kind of like, it makes a difference if you're an asshole or if you're an asshole because you were a slave for half of your life. So maybe a little softening to that, and maybe she's not gonna try to jack your shit again. Just a little bit nicer.
He says it that way, and then he's got his like the arms crossed as a man would, but like it's very defensive.
Yikes, kid.
Like, oh man, gotta keep my hands ready. Like they're just ready to defend himself and his organs
So
as she passes by.
Chad, I still only rolled a 9
Oof.
for her.
Oh, good.
Do you just let her fall, or do you?
Oh no, he'll grab her. He'll help her back up
Okay.
and like get her across.
Okay.
He figured out what Valen's plan was. Finally, he figured it out. Like, oh, okay,
Now
so we're
that
not gonna
Valen's
stack
around
these
the
bodies.
entire circle before you've made.
Yeah, he's like, oh, actually, what that elf guy's doing, helping people, huh?
Skipping and jumping. All right.
Yeah. So
You get her.
he's gonna
past.
grab her and help her up.
Yeah. You get her past, and she's like, "All right."
As he's making his way to the next spot, and he's got her in that like what's that, what's the sappy movie with the
All of them.
More
the
specific,
rain?
buddy.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like the rain and Ryan Gosling, and yeah, there you go.
You're gonna know.
It's like that, like where he's holding her just real quick, and he's like, "I was captured by Drow." Just. And then just turns around and like heads on to the next one, like make sure she's set up straight, and then like gets in close and is like, "I'm sorry, I couldn't have gone any farther.
You feel.
I was the prisoner of a trial." And then he just turns away and walks off, like goes down, and he's on to the next platform there, like getting his just following along behind his boy.
All right.
Just being sad. He pulls this as he turns away. There's no Hulk music, but he does do the takes a step away, looks back, throws his hood up, even though it doesn't change the light or anything, just puts his hood on and then looks away off into the dark, into the loneliness as he makes his way to the next.
She's not paying attention. You're doing a lot of theatrics for her. She's just like,
Yeah, like
their
he
friend.
can't even see her. He's already put the hood up
Yeah.
so he can't see that she's not even watching.
Yeah. She's like, all right.
Just emoing his way across the boards.
All right, Corey. Hop, skip, and a jump.
Yep.
All right, you can go all the way up to them. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody in front of you. You can go ahead up to the next circle. You can go all the way up to
Okay.
your blue. Hey, is that where you came from?
It is.
Ah, yuck. Nice. Boo boo boo. Ultimate champion, the one who had a plan and wasn't a shithead. Pew pew pew. All right.
But, I mean, Chad. It's also clear for Chad now too.
Well, yeah, but it's not his turn yet.
Yeah, but nobody gives a shit about him. Fuck that dude.
guy, right?
They're just all kicking me off. They're just kicking him in the back of the knees as they run by. Like, you know, I'm gonna go this way instead. Reverse direction.
Chris, what are your
Yeah.
moves?
Hey, Steven.
Steve?
Hey, you made it.
Yeah.
Look, you
So like,
made it.
why weren't you flying the whole time? That seems like it'd been real easy for you.
Yeah, you're right. I take to the air. I fly above these folks
Okay.
over here, and I yell, "Frag out!" And I use my last spell slot
Fuck 'em.
for another thunder wave to push all these folks away.
Now they have to go back to Chad's platform.
I'm already holding the area, so they can't.
No, they just go back to the green.
So I fly 10 or 5 feet above this person and just drop this bomb down to like try to push everybody 10 feet away.
Okay.
They need to make a con save of 14.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Snake Boy makes it. Ooh.
It's a 15-foot cube, so everybody.
I don't know why I involved
Bombs away.
Paladin in this. They have sucked shit the whole time. So it was 15?
Con of 14.
Oh, even better. Everybody except Paladin makes it. They fall on their ass because they're a big old beefy beefcake trying to walk on a 2-inch platform. So what happens if they make it? Anything?
If they make it, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Well, that backfired.
Whoopsie. Did you just drop that grenade? Nah.
No, it wasn't me.
It fell. It fell.
Fell in the pocket. If I'm being real honest, fell in my pocket, guys. Apologize. I didn't have the strap shut.
My bad. My bad.
Ooh, here's a question.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Is it all about just hitting the platforms and getting all the platforms touched?
Okay.
Or is it consecutive? Like, for example, since this one here is open, can I go touch that one in the meantime while this one's being occupied?
Well, now that you have knocked the Fearbolg off, the Fearbolg is now on that platform.
Oh, dang.
So it is no longer open. And I thought of alternatives and whatever, didn't think of that one, but theoretically, especially if you could fly, that could have potentially worked. But as of now,
I thought of that earlier, but then I fell asleep and forgot about it.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, up next is the Paladin. They get back up on their platform. There's like, son of a bitch. Guys, can we just get done with this? I've made it 2 fucking squares. I honestly don't know if I've even made it that far. And is at the back of this line.
You really haven't.
Kinda gonna grumble. They turn around and look at you and are like, but
He's like smiling like I'm helping.
Yes.
Like, you know what these chicks need? Is a little mansplaining. That's the problem. They're not really understanding what's happening.
Up next is the cat. She's gonna get out from behind you, Steven. I'm moving her. And she's gonna move off the platform. And you and Gus are both flying, right?
Yeah.
All right. She's just gonna walk underneath you guys. And the platform's open.
There you go.
And then she's gonna move up to the green one. Next is the blue lady. She touches the blue platform, walks under you guys. Next is the snake guy. Touches the blue flat platform, kind of makes an awkward train, and they're kind of doing like conga line, like holding on to each other's shoulders and like.
Oh, I bet they are.
Feeling each other, making sure the person in front of them's not falling. And then freaking Paladin comes up behind. Oh, but it's not their turn yet. Never mind. She doesn't ruin the whole fucking thing yet. Up next is Gus, and he's like, man, that's pretty cool. I wish I had friends like that. Tippy toe. Touches the blue platform, comes over here to the green platform. He's like, hey, I know you. He says to the Fearbulb. She's like, yeah, it's me. I was right over there a minute ago. He says, you know what? Sometimes our skill sets are not ideal for the situation we're in. Like, I'm a 2-year-old, and it works when the puzzle can be solved by flying, but it doesn't really work in most situations. So, like, this isn't your skill set, but you're really good at lots of stuff, I bet. And he just kind of, like, flies down and sits on her shoulder, like, doesn't go to the platform, but she's like a 7-foot-tall, paladin now with a, like, 3-foot-tall owlet on her shoulder, and just like, it's okay. You're my buddy. And, like, I think we might win anyway, so I just gonna comfort you for a little bit. And then Kellogg, it's your turn.
Kellogg, like, you know, he just sees them over there, and he's like, oh, that's so sweet. And it's pretty clear, like, I could probably dash to my spot.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I could probably dash to my spot, right?
Yeah.
So, in that case, like, but I could then also, he's like, oh, it's so sweet. But what if I just threw my grappling hook underneath their logs and took them down? I don't like how smiley they are. But he's not gonna, because
he yells for Gus, like, come on, focus, Gus! Focus!
No, he's going to, like, make it, and since it's pretty open, can I dash?
Yeah.
Yeah, then he's back to where he started. He's the first one back to his spot.
No, Corey's already there. And joke's on you.
I would have fucking shot that dude off the goddamn bridge, but I thought that.
Corey.
I thought you were behind me. What? You already made it back around?
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago. Corey, Chad, also.
I like the idea that he thinks it. He still thinks it though. He's like, "Woo! I did it!"
Yeah.
Chad,
He's like, fucking first one back, bitch. He just turns, and as he looks, he just sees Corey's little kid sitting on his thing. He's just like,
I hate to break it to you, Chad, but also I just realized this is Gus's platform. So Gus has gone past his platform to come comfort this Fearbulb. So
yeah.
Gus made it back before you too.
Well, I mean, he didn't really. He passed it, so I count that as a fail.
Oh, okay. These fucking kids these days.
I count his compassion as failure.
All right. Up next is Corey. Do you want to do anything? There's, you got anything to do?
I mean, do I have to stay on the platform since I've already got it, or can I just get off now?
No, your platform. You get a little, like, I don't know, video game check mark above your head. You've made it back to your platform, so you can get off if you want. Or you can help people, or you can do whatever you want.
Oh, yeah, I'll help people.
Okay.
I'll help people get around. Yeah, no big deal.
All right, Steven, you are up.
I don't like this helping out. Stick on the right team.
I mean, we're all trying for the Adventures Alliance. You got to be able to work together.
We're fighting to get on the Adventures Alliance.
All the team members on the green team hear you say that, and they're like, yeah, we gotta work together, which they're like doing a conga line and working together anyway, and they're just kind of like trying to throw some of your ways to be like, hey, you shitheads, let's play together, come on. Maybe they're behind, but, you know, maybe they believe in teamwork.
Well, see if I can touch this platform.
The blue one? Yeah, so the blue one's open. The tokens just are there. They're like, they're like conga lining, and they're all three just like on the plank between platforms. So they're not in your way.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna touch this and then take flight.
Okay.
And
Do you want to do something at the green one as well?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything to this furbolg,
Hang.
so I'm just gonna hover
Okay.
by him and be like,
At the.
"Go on, get."
Oh well.
God, nah.
God,
Go
you are
on.
so good at this game. So you get there.
Come on,
Like,
come on now. I gotta get to the platform.
Gus says, now listen. He's flying, and this blue platform up here is my platform. Is the best platform. So let's go. I'll hold your hand, and by hold your hand, I mean sit on your shoulder, and I will help you. And with Gus's help,
Gus, good job.
with Gus's
That's
help,
teamwork.
the fear bulb makes it up to the blue platform, like unaltered and like not fucked with, and like they like embarrassed about they are because literally they have made it like 3 squares and are a barbarian trying to do a balance beam. I guess it's like, that was so good, man.
You're doing such a good job,
I'm
little
a
buddy.
bird, and I'm a lot smaller than you, but birds can't walk very good either. That's why I flew. It's not because like I can't fly, it's because I don't walk very well. So like I would have probably fallen on my ass too. All right, up next is the cat. The cat comes up to you, Corey. You gonna help him pass?
Sure am.
All right, we'll just say they get past because, you know. Blue lady, help her pass.
Yep.
Nice. Snake guy.
Snake guy's at his platform.
Oh, hey, somebody kept track of that. All right, awesome. Thank you. Gus is at his platform.
Why don't you Corey's guy off his platform? Don't brown nose. It's just like, what? I ain't keeping track of stuff? Nah, shoot him.
Kellogg.
Yes.
You have the cat and the blue lady. Actually, blue lady's at her platform. You have the cat not moving yet, but will be coming to you next. It is your turn. Do you want to offer assistance? Throw her on her ass?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he's giving her the old.
All right.
It's okay, kitty. It's okay. It'll be all right.
God damn it.
Can curl up here next to
Exact
me.
opposite. She says exact opposite of how I wanted this to go past, but we'll make it work. And she walks past. She says, "I'm not an actual cat. You know that, right?"
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll teach you about it.
I'm sorry, I was in the Underdark. I'd never seen it.
Yeah.
In the Underdark, there's only the dark, like, as she's walking away, there's only the darkness.
All right, Steven, you're up.
Shit out there,
You just
fuck that up.
moved your-
He like looks the other way.
Again, she's
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna touch the green one and then move to.
move the button. You get to your platform.
Yay!
Yeah, we did it!
Everybody back to their platform except the fear
Yeah.
bulb.
Yep.
Do you guys? How do you solve the fear bulb problem, or do we? Are you guys back? We good? Or you want to help her back
I'm
to
good.
her spot?
I'll help her back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to roll it, but you guys
Yeah.
are nice people. Yay! They go around. It's a after school special. Everybody teamwork. We learn.
Why are you rubbing so close to me? That's just weird. All right, I like my
You throw it
space.
on your
That's
ass,
all it says.
rewind back to the beginning and have to do the whole thing again.
No.
All right. So the fear bulb gets back to their spot, and Gus flies over off of his platform and lands on her shoulder again. It's like, you did a really good job. I'm really proud of you. And you're my best friend. And then he looks at you, Chad. He's like, you're one of my best friends. I mean, I got a lot of best friends, but you're one of them for sure. He says to the fear bulb, because he doesn't want you to think you're not his best friend. All right, where'd my little dweeby guy go? There he is. He was standing in between you guys the whole time. I moved him out of the way because there was a bunch of tokens. But he was standing in between you guys the whole time with his little clipboard, just like nerding out and like watching what you guys were doing. He's like, all right. Excellent. Good marks. And does some like fake ass shit on his clipboard. And then he looks up to the people up here at the front. And he says, shall we move on to the next challenge? And this guy right here, the one who is Maui from Moana, is like, clears his throat. And he says, in a rock type voice, we have an excellent candidate of characters or applicants for our Adventurers Alliance. I think we can forego some of the next trials till next time. We will reach out to you with our decision. And then he laughs. He's like, just kidding. Let's see. Kellogg, Steven, Gus, Valin. You guys got it. Good job. I liked how you eventually came around. So, we will have a feast tonight. You have a few hours because I said it was 9 o'clock when we came in. So you got a few hours. Get your affairs in orders. We will have a dinner tonight, and then we will set off in the morning on our adventure.
Make sure you get some rolls for that guy outside. Like, they were really good. I'd like to have those to feast if you could. I'd really appreciate it.
He pats his big old Maui belly. He's like, I don't think if we get rolls that any of them will make it to the feast tonight. And he looks over at this angelic lady like next to him. He's like, can you do something about the rolls? And she's like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So,
you guys are in for a treat. They're so good.
We will see you guys tonight, and then we will set off bright and early, probably at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, because nines for a great and wondrous new adventure that we gonna be on the water for a while. You guys, you don't
worry.
Understand.
I'll be there at 7.
Yes.
Adventure.
Boy. So
My life's been a never-ending series of adventures of darkness,
a great life.
rising above. Just off talking to no one. He's just looking off into the fucking sunset. Just everyone else hanging out, and he's just like, never-ending series of adventures. But I know what it's like to want something, to want to love, to want to walk in amongst those who cares. So, like, oh. No,
And I'm talking to Valen about the
he's
rolls.
like, yeah.
So, like, those rolls, like, were they, really moist or, like fresh baked, I think, or?
I mean, they were fresh baked, and it's like there was a pat of butter in the side of it. So you bit into it, and it was like an explosion of butter in your mouth.
Like,
I don't know how to explain it, man. It's one of the best rolls I've ever had. That's why I was late coming in, because I was outside eating the rolls.
I understand.
We can certainly jump in here next session and do some of like the more social aspects of this dining situation if we want to. But before we end up, you guys come meet wherever the fuck he said to meet. You're not on the ship. You're on like you come to a fancy like the governor's house on the main island before you leave.
So he's changed then into his fine clothes.
Okay.
Which are like a karate gi, but dark, obviously. Like a dark purple karate gi.
Like a kimono?
No, like a dark purple karate gi, not like a kimono.
Obviously. What did he fucking say?
He's not Steven Seagal. That's who wears kimonos. Yeah, exactly. Like in that elven, like in our drow-esque style, but he's got his dark clothes on, but it's his fine clothes.
Okay.
And then also his armor and his weapons and his bow and his pack. And he's like, haha, no, it's fine. I'm dressed well now. And his cloak.
We can flesh it out more next session, but I assume Steven gets there early. You guys come in.
Oh, yeah.
And you notice as you guys move to the next map, right?
Yeah.
The dining table map. Everybody's here, except the ass bitch boy from earlier. So blue team and green team are both here, and you guys are all having dinner together. They didn't call the green team's name, as far as you can tell, whenever you left the arena. but everybody's here. So you guys have dinner. We can talk a little bit more. I can give more details if you have any more questions.
I used to know this guy who was a sergeant. He used to refer to people as ham sandwiches. And I'm like, what? And he's like, that guy's a real ham sandwich. And you're like, what does that mean? And he was like, well, imagine you're going to somebody's house, right? And they're like, hey man, you want to come over and have dinner with me and my family? And you're like, yeah, I guess I will. And he's like, all right, cool, man. Yeah, we're gonna have dinner at 9. Make sure you've got your, good dinner dress on, your Sunday best. And you roll up, and it's a slice of bread and a slice of ham and a slice of bread. And he's just like, here you go. And you're like, it's just a real disappointment. Like, thanks. I guess it's a dinner. I guess we're eating.
I guess you are feeding me, but
yeah,
okay.
Kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
Let's call people ham sandwiches.
Well,
okay.
Speaking of dick moves, it's 2:30 here. I'm going to bed. I think Chris might have already. We'll party next week.
All right, sounds good.
Hey,
thanks for running, Lydia. It was fun.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Chris, are you still on here? How do I turn this recording off? Blow up the computer? All right, done.
That would do it.